What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/IDontWorkHereLady. This story is called Couldn't Be Any More Obvious. I had received my paycheck this Thursday, and since my father was out of town for the week for work, I decided to help him out a bit more and buy his part of the groceries for the week along with my own. We usually go grocery shopping together on the weekends, but we each buy our own things since we eat different foods. Me saving up my money by getting basic ready-to-eat foods like ramen noodles, potatoes, bread, eggs, stuff I know I can last a week with just $10 or so. While he spends a bit more for meats, vegetables, certain ingredients, etc. Since he'd been spending a bit more money on gas for the trip back home this Sunday, I figure he probably wouldn't have too much to spend for his groceries once he got back. So I wrote down a list on my phone of the things he usually gets when we shop. Luckily, he always buys pretty much the same stuff every week, so I know what to get. Fast forward to today, Friday morning. I get up pretty early to cash my check and head to the store near my house before the lines get pretty long, as it would get colder later during the day when I'd have to return home. I make it to the store and it seems like it's about to start filling up, so I grab a cart and start making my way through the aisles and get what I need. I fill my cart pretty quick with what I need, walking along, picking things off the shelf, when I turn to the next aisle and see a woman with her cart parked sideways, blocking the area off as she looks up at an employee on a ladder reaching things off a high shelf, presumably for her. She's huffing and looking around impatiently, seemingly annoyed. I figure, poor guy, having to deal with entitled, stuck-up Karen, which was odd since she didn't look like a Karen. I turned my cart, hoping to go to the next aisle, hoping she wouldn't be blocking off the area once I returned. But because my cart was getting full, it was quite heavy and I slowly reversed and turned around. Unfortunately, I wasn't fast enough to leave and might have either made eye contact, she read my mind and noticed I called her a Karen, or was annoyed that I sympathized with the employee and not her, because he was just an employee while she needed him to hurry up because she needed to pick up Jeffrey from soccer practice. Being a single mom is the toughest job in the world for a Karen after all. Not actually what she said, but I'm pretty sure we all know that's the reason why. Anyway, she noticed me and my turning my cart around as she turned and began speed walking towards me. At first, I didn't think anything of it. She probably saw something on a lower shelf she needed and went to pick it out. It was only when I was halfway into the next aisle when I heard her footsteps jog up next to me and grabbing my cart, actually calling out in quite a polite tone, "Excuse me." I was surprised at first, wondering why she'd go out of her way to stop a complete stranger in a polite manner, especially from seeing her from afar looking peeved and annoyed at an employee mere seconds ago. I quickly stopped my cart before I accidentally hit her or run over her foot, as after grabbing my cart, she stood in front of it. I thought maybe it's an emergency, but again, why go up to a stranger when the store associate was right there? Either way, I'm always polite to everyone I meet, and thus the conversation begins. Caught off guard, I say, "Oh, yes? What's wrong? Can I help you?" Karen, still sounding polite, "Yes, I need your help." "What is it?" "Come with me," as she begins walking away. Okay. I start slowly turning my cart again to follow Karen. No, leave the cart here." I'm still confused, but still thinking she may need actual help with something. I leave my cart to the side so I don't block the aisle and follow her. Oh, okay. She leads me to the previous aisle she was blocking, and her tone of voice changes. "Go get another ladder and help your fellow associate here. He's having trouble taking items off the shelf quickly, and I want to get to the checkout line before it gets too long. You can finish stocking things later." Oh, sorry. I don't actually work here. I'm actually doing my own shopping. "Oh, please, I'm sure you can spare a bit of time helping me out. Just get a ladder and help me with the things I need off those high shelves. Stocking everything doesn't take so long. I'm sure you've been here all morning putting things away." I can't help you with that, sorry. I don't work here, like I said. I'm actually just a customer, just like you. Maybe you can find an actual employee, or I can walk around shopping, and if I see someone, I can tell someone needs assistance in your aisle. "Look, I really don't have time for this. Either get another ladder or leave if you don't want to help." The actual employee that was up on the high ladder must have finally looked down, as I'm sure he was still picking her items or moving some stuff around, and pointed to Karen. "Excuse me, ma'am, he's not an employee. Karen looked up at him, then back at me, and finally noticed that I, in fact, wasn't an employee. The employee uniform at this store is a blue-collar shirt with black dress pants and black dress shoes. I was wearing black jeans with a tear in the knee, white sneakers, a black t-shirt with a tuxedo design, and a gray hoodie and beanie. I understand me walking around quickly with a cart full of stuff may look like I'm a stalker trying to work quickly, but as for the uniform, I have no idea. Karen, looking a bit embarrassed, says, "Oh, sorry." No, it's okay. It's alright. I make my way back to my cart and proceed to finish up my list and head to checkout, pay, and head on home. Sorry if this didn't have any type of sweet ending with Karen ending up losing it, or me or the employee getting revenge in some sort of way. It was nice in a way to see a Karen quickly turn from snobby and stuck up to genuinely apologetic for making a mistake and owning up to it. Although rare, not the first time I've seen a Karen, but definitely my first interaction with one. No need to apologize, good sir, because guess what? Your story was true. This story's called Rude Lady at the Eye Surgeon Office Got Pissed Off at Me. This happened Monday. I have cataracts and glaucoma and had an appointment to measure my eyes for corrective surgeries. The office staff wear green polo shirts with the office name on it, khaki pants, and black sweaters. I'm wearing gray yoga pants, blue Ugg boots, turquoise thermal shirt, and a black polar fleece jacket and a knitted beaded cap on my head. I always arrive 15 to 30 minutes early for my appointments. They gave me additional paperwork to fill out. So I was sitting on the sofa, minding my own business, filling the health form out, having to look up what my prescription and dosage is, when this older woman came up to me and stood there staring at me. I looked at her over the top of my glasses and asked if I could help her. She demanded that I go get behind my computer and get her signed in. Nah, my computer isn't here at this office, but about 20 minutes down the road at my husband's business office. Really don't think it would help her at all, but I was raised to be polite to my elders and I am in my 60s. I'm sorry? I don't work here. I got up and turned in my paperwork and sat back down. She followed me up to the desk, demanded to speak to the office manager. By George. About that time, I get called back for my appointments. About 35 to 45 minutes. Mapping eyes takes a while, and setting up surgery appointments take even longer. I'm escorted to the front, and this older woman is still complaining about me. She points at me to the office manager. Her! The office manager told her that I don't work here and she needs to wait in line to get signed in. The manager takes my paperwork and sets up my 2 post-op appointments. I can hear that old woman complaining that I'm probably taking her dates. Office manager just shakes her head, told her no big deal, smiled at the old woman, and told her to have a nice day. I mean, good thing she was at the eye doctor's, cause she obviously needs them. Alright, today I fudged up by letting go. After 6 years of running, it finally happened. Most early morning runs I do start off like this. Wake up at 5 a.m., think strongly for 5 minutes why staying in bed is the better option, make myself the strongest coffee I can handle, read the news for half an hour, and take a poo. Once this routine is done, I'll stick my running gear on and run anywhere between 5K and 15K. I'm a fairly okay runner. Over the Christmas period and up until today, I just simply haven't had the time to run. 18-hour days, kids, wife, etc., etc. Story time. I'm sitting on the sofa, just shy of midnight, dead tired but also craving a curry. Go to the fridge and bingo! Thai red curry ready meal. Amazing. Popped in the microwave for 3 minutes and sat back on the sofa with my glass of red wine. 1:30 a.m. I wake up slumped on the sofa and glance at the clock, and my first horrifying thought is that I've wasted £3.40 on a ready meal. I'm still hungry though. So back into the kitchen, microwave on for another 3 minutes, another glass of wine, and I enjoy my inappropriately timed dinner. 5 a.m. alarm goes off, and to my amazement, I'm wide awake. My first thought is to get my running gear on, and so out come the shorts and hoodie. I make my way downstairs and neck a liter of water, forgetting all about my coffee, probably because I feel wide awake. Read the news for 5 minutes, grab my keys, lock the door, and press start on my Nike app. It's going well. I'm plodding along at just over a 4-kilometer-minute pace and enjoying being the only person brave enough to be out in 2° or 35.6 Fahrenheit weather. My legs are feeling good and I'm planning the days ahead and having a lovely conversation with myself. Not wanting to overdo it, I decide at 4 kilometers to start heading back. It's now a 3-kilometer stretch of straight road with a 24-hour Tesco or grocery store 1.5 kilometers from my house. I always up the pace as it's slightly downhill and I like to take advantage of looking better than I actually am. 3-minute 20-second kilometer showed up, a 3-minute 10-second kilometer came, then 3-minute kilometer. I was flying, super happy, nothing was going to stop me. Until I'm 100 yards from Tesco and have to slow right down to catch my breath. I've obviously lost a bit of fitness over the past month of not running. No worries, I thought, a couple of minutes walking and I'll jog the rest of the way home. Then came the need to poo. It seemed more urgent than the other times I've needed to go after a run. Do I stop at Tesco? No, I better get home. Nothing worse than pooping in a public toilet. So I began to jog, not really thinking about the readiness of my anus. I'm now halfway between my house and Tesco, 700 meters till I'm home. My cautionary jog was suddenly halted abruptly like I had just ran straight into a wall. My anus is ready to explode. Holy crap, I said out loud. The sheer need for me to go has gone from a 3 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10. Now, I've been at a 9 out of 10 a few times in my life, so although desperate, I composed myself and focused on getting home. I started to run quickly, very quickly. 200 meters down and bang, the brick wall. I've gone from a 9 out of 10 to, if I don't get home in 20 seconds, I am finding a bush. I can't go in a bush, not in a respectable area. I'll be arrested and thrown in jail for the rest of my life. I'm half a kilometer from my house. I'm 27, fit and healthy. I am making it home. I start sprinting. I'm breaking records. I'm pretty sure Usain Bolt would not keep up with me right now. The road just disappeared beneath my feet. A couple of turns and I get into my road with my keys ready in my hand. I'm 50 meters from my door and I can't sprint anymore. I walk. My anus at this point feels like the exit of a concrete mixer holding back the entire weight of the world. I'm 10 meters from my door, practically in tears. My anus clenched so tight I thought I was gonna snap my spine. Oh no. It was then my body and mind just gave up in one swift motion. I was reminded about what it was like to be a baby again. I've just full on let it go. This was not a clean sausage. This was a full on bad stomach. In a panic, I dived between the wife's car and the side of the house. I'm praying at this point that I'm dreaming. Realizing it's not a dream, I'm praying no neighbor is watching. What the hell? How has my life come to this point? I said. Do I strip off here and walk around the side of the house naked? Do I hop the garden wall and hide my ruined everything in a bush? No, there's not an easy way out. I just have to go inside and clean up. I check my legs and there's no evidence. My tight-fitting boxers have done a splendid job of holding the unwanted contents. I walk around the house and let myself in. To my horror, both kids and the wife are up way too early. I think it was roughly 6 a.m. and she's doing her makeup and getting them ready for school. Babe, I've had an accident. In a panic, she runs down the stairs and I explain I've crapped myself. She basically didn't believe me and in her grumpy morning ways went back upstairs. I waddle upstairs to the bathroom and without thinking, just jump straight into the shower and drop everything. Holy mother, I nearly collapsed from the sight and the smell. The cleanup process began. It was not going well at all. The hot, steamy shower was exponentially making the smell worse with every passing minute. So bad, in fact, that my kids and wife entered the bathroom at once and all just stared at me in complete disappointment for a brief moment before exiting and bursting into fits of laughter. Daddy's pooing himself! I'm telling everyone! My wife joining in with the joke whilst asking me exactly what happened. The realization of what's occurring is now setting in. I'm stood in the shower in dark brown water with bits of crap floating around my ankles. And just as things seemingly can't get any worse, the water starts rising gradually up my legs because my crap has blocked the freaking plug hole. Oh, and I now remember the estate agent is coming around at 9 a.m. to value the house. Happy running, everyone! Disclaimer, I posted this in r/running a few days ago, but it got deleted because it went against their rules. I don't have much to say. Wow, that's an unfortunate thing to happen to someone, I guess. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.